Looking like sprinting from GB, it's going to be Toby Marlowe taking on Bates. So battle of the threes. Marlowe makes it look easy, gets there comfortably with time to spare and turns his boat skillfully away. GB now wasting no time in getting this first attack started. Straight into the zone is Angus Boyle, the captain. GB wasting no time, absolutely hammering the Australian defence. Good grief, they absolutely pressed it. Goes off for a corner. Angus Boyle looks like he's going to stay in there. Just changing ball over, yep. Long ball, lovely lob pass straight to the hands of Jake Searle. Jake Searle looking dangerous, off a paddle. Paddle foul turns the ball over to Australia. Australia now on the counter-attack. GB, they're not going to get caught sleeping on this occasion. Hot-footing it back into their own half. I think that was Flynn Hammond just covering the goal just until Searle could get back. Looking like we're starting a three-man start, moving all the way around from left to right. Opportunity now, looks dangerous, and they need to recycle this surely. Yep, out it goes. I think the GB zone players really doing a very, very good job of holding the likes of Tuatha well out. Looking like we're going to have a go ourselves, says Graham. Pass in, no, again, skillfully flicked away. I think, yeah, zone players really, really doing a good job there, but Searle finds himself in trouble. He needs a friend. Lovely long ball up, gets the shot away. Opportunity now. Boyle needs to find in the centre. That's the one! Toby Marlowe puts Great Britain on the board. What a great ball up, and especially under so much pressure. GB can be proud of that one. How will Australia answer that? If you're looking at the score currently on the screen, I would say it's not correct. I would say, I think it's from the previous game. Great Britain most certainly have won, and Australia have 0. I think we're just going to get that changed over for you now. Barabel finds Gates, finds Graham. Lovely ball in. Again being held well out. Ooh. Fair attempt there. Big shout from my left from the Australian supporters once again. Australia doing a very, very good job of actually compressing Searle off the back of the pitch and really, really putting pressure on that long ball up, shutting that break right down. Holding, it seems. Turns the ball over to GB once again. No, excuse me, to Australia once again. Australia wasting no time in putting Bates in the zone, try and make some space. He's joined by Renoff. Renoff absolutely hammering it. Opportunity now, Barabel. Needs to keep himself free. Gates clearly their other keeper, choosing to cover at the back. Long ball, that's not where we wanted to put it, and Barabel finds himself in trouble. Boyle resists it, lovely, needs the long ball up. Finds Metcalf, Metcalf! Chest pass in, cool, calm and collected, and Henry Metcalf just disappeared over the horizon. Beautiful break work from GB there. Interesting to see if Australia change up their attack a little bit. I think that's the second time they've been caught on the break. Need to provide a little bit more cover. Looks like they're going to be starting their attack a little bit further out. We're going to see Bravo will run in, probably lay the ball off and then turn around to provide that cover. Off he goes. Oh, opportunity. This needs to be recycled, surely. Oh, big, very unpopular no giving of a paddle foul from there. I think the Australian fans are not happy. I think the Australian online supporters are much more likely to be awake at this time. So hi, Australia. Similarly, if you're in GB and you're awake for this, fair play to you. I think it's about 4 AM in the UK right now. I think GB thinking like they can push out. I think they have now decided better of it. It looks like it. They're going to slot back into their 3-in-1 defence, but it'll be interesting to see if they are pushing out more. Graham runs right, looks dangerous. Needs to lay this off. Barabel. Ooh. Tipped away by Searle. Ooh, not ooh, that was tidy. Oh my goodness. Cameron Booth taking a pass to the face, but amazingly keeping it under control, proving why you keep your head up when you're in the zone. But I think that person certainly brought him back to his senses, and then chest pass into the bottom. I don't think anyone was expecting that. I don't think even Booth was, to be fair. Searle with an answer. The bag of milk has it in the bag. GB 3, Australia 1. And I think this Australian team look like they're finding their feet now. They've got a goal on the board and we're going to see them get their skates on. It's looking a bit more like it. A bit more aggression in the zone, forcing that British zone wide open. There's no runner there to fill it. They're just going to reset this. GB need to get their zone sorted out by the looks of things. That's what we want. Now, interesting, we're going for what we in the UK would call a dice attack, called so because it looks like the spots on a dice, but conceded foul turns the ball over. Dixon under pressure, finds Searle. Searle now on his own. I think the Australians need to be quicker on the break and covering these players. You cannot leave these British lads unattended because they will just bang them in. But I would like to see this aggressive zone work from the Australians continue. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Ball in on the right with Graham. Finds Barabel. Big calls from the Australian side. Oh, pressure on, let's go. That's a lob ball over, which doesn't find its mark. Dixon finds Boyle. Finds Marlowe, all the way over to Searle. Long ball again. Ooh, bottom bar. Top bar. I think the Australians have gotten away with that, quite frankly. Big calls from my left from the Australian contingent of energy, and I think I agree. When they're working hard, it works really well for them. These are strong men. .30 seconds left on the shot clock. I think again, looking like we might be going for three-man start, starting on the left, but I think I need a little bit more energy than that, lads. You need to start out a bit further. Hit that zone with speed. Don't all go in. That's it. Barabel. Lovely ball in. Oh, Oh, great attempt, but yeah, again, just exhibiting why you need that speed. Lovely ball up, finds Boyle. Boyle now flicks the ball forward. He's got Bates on his tail. He's turned away, shot now. Ooh. Attempts for the slow ball, but not quite getting there. Looking like we're going to see some midfield play from GB. Hammond covering the pass. Great job getting a paddle to that and shutting that break right down. Really, really good work there from Hammond. Arlo needs a friend with some speed. Nope, the Australians have got their act together, it looks like. Searle now. Whoa, incredible stop. Wonderful work from Tuatha. Lovely long ball over, finds Hammond. Hammond now, again, attempts to that bottom left corner, and that really was tight bottom left corner. Excellent positioning on the goal here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Anyone's game still. Do GB have another one in them? McCann finds himself without his paddles. Thankfully his team's got his back. He's got time to find them now. 4 on the line, big calls from coach Clyde Hammond. 4 on the line. So we're going to see them go man-to-man here. They've got a keeper in, which I think is very wise. The Australians are going to lob this back and then have a really, really long shot attempt, I would imagine. Off we go. Tuatha with an absolute monster. Just wide, but it's the only option remaining to them. So, absolutely fantastic first half of polo here on pitch 2. GB 5, Australia 1. I think GB, fair to say, just with the edge in terms of speed, adrenaline and power, but to be fair to the Australians, they've shown us they've got it in them. They just need to stick the landing and they need to not find themselves caught on the break. If you're going in and you're going in with speed and you lay the ball off, you need to turn around and get that cover back. If GB can maintain this lead, that will put them in a good position to advance. Remember, they are aiming for an improvement on their previous result at the Worlds in Saint-Omer, which is 7th. Australia chasing a top 12 finish, so again, both of these teams need to survive this group stage. You can just see there coaches Clyde Hammond and Ginny Coyles, one of my personal heroes. Easily one of the best polo players ever, period. Nicest person ever who can still park a boat on your head. Over in the Australian corner to the right of the screen, I think they're just off the screen currently. We've got Matthew Shah just giving his team a pep talk. They look like they've got really determined faces on, so I'm very excited for the second half of canoe polo. Feels like a good time to thank our sponsors, Upin Sports, who as always have been instrumental in making sure that these events happen. Their support has been unwavering over the years and we're very, very grateful for their involvement. Thank you so much, Upin Sports. And if you want to follow along on the social media, hashtag Polo is Family. 45 seconds left before we get things going again here on pitch 2. So I think if I was a predicting sort of mood, I think I'd like to see more of the same from GB, honestly. I think they've had the aggression, they've had the power. Australia, I know, as I said, I know that they've got it in them. They just need to translate that power and aggression into results. Absolutely massive support here from the Australian contingent. We've got some supporters here all the way from Australia who are deafening my left ear right now. Sprinting from Australia, it's looking like it's going to be Matthew Gates, who's taking on Metcalf. Oh, battlers of the fours this time round. I think Metcalf just turning his boat away and resisting the questionable hand tackle, but they've gotten away with it. Play on. Barabel from Australia looking ready for anything under goal. Metcalf over to Hammond. Finds Searle, who's been dangerous up until now. Metcalf again. They're going to recycle this. Searle. Whoa! Was that it? Yeah! Oh my goodness. So, flick off the paddle, off the top bar, straight through the hole at the bottom. Beautiful. Line rest confirmed, that did go in. Always a bit of a challenge with the goals, with the holes in the bottom of the nets, because we have had that happen before. We don't have any back bars on these goals, which thank goodness, because those certainly caused some interesting situations in Saint-Omer. I think we've learned our lesson from the last time. Australia, insult to injury. Absolutely launched to space. Oh my goodness. Phil Hammond, you have my permission to speak about that for the rest of time. I will listen to this story time and time again. That was fantastic. Ooh, now GB find themselves in trouble. Both in the drink. Someone needs to stick the landing on this one. Ooh, now that's wait. Ooh, now curious. Yeah, I think some underwater shenanigans, I think, has tipped the ball over to Australia. I'm actually surprised we've gotten away without a card there, if I'm honest. I think that certainly sits into the category of dangerous. Gates just gathering his breath again while he's back in the land of the oxygen-breathing species. All over, needs to keep his hands to it, resists it, lovely. Oh my goodness, Barabel with the attempt there, but swatted away long before goalkeeper Searle has to do anything about it. GB corner, and GB looking like they're going for the corner move here, so they've pushed out man to man. Forcing that lovely long ball now. Boyle looking dangerous, taking on number 6, Renoff. Booth needs to hold this, so we're going 4 men out. Looking like Searle's going to join the fray. Yep, now that the ball has turned over to GB. The 4-man press has paid off for them. Searle just choosing to slow this down a little bit. Searle, bottom bar. GB need to get their hands to this, but they're not quick enough. Back out to Barabel under pressure from Metcalf. Graham. Barabel. Lovely long ball. Ooh. I think Searle had to get a paddle to that. That was just going to sit in the bottom corner. Looking like it's going to be Renoff to take. Renoff, lovely ball out. And I think this corner move really working quite nicely for GB. They are pushing out and forcing that longer pass. They're going to settle back into their standard 3-1 now. But it does seem to be working quite well for them. I think we're going to see more of those in this half to come. Ball over. Finds Chawatha into Renoff. Renoff looking dangerous. 3 paddles. Oh, Now, interesting. Okay. Actor shooting. I suspect that's probably going to be. Are we cracking out? I think Andy Fear-Ross just deciding whether we're going to crack out and have a penalty or not. So is the actor shooting? We're going to have a chat. I think referee Sean Downs just asking GB and Australia to put a pause on taking chunks out of each other just while we have a chat and decide what we're going to do about this. So I think outcomes here, we're either going to see I think probably a green for a paddle foul with no penalty, or a green with a penalty. Looks like Sean Downs having a chat with GB coach Clyde Hammond. Entirely sure what was said there. Oh, now, yep, green card. Green card, number 2. Oh, we're going to be calling this as a penalty. Yep, there it is. Well, fair comment. Actor shooting. Wasn't the best position to shoot it from, but at the same time, rules is rules. So looking like it's going to be Bates to take. Flynn, Hammond in goal. I think 70-30 this goes to the Australians. Everyone else on the 6-metre line, they cannot move until that ball is left Bates' hands. Now, interesting. Taken too long to take the penalty. No goal. Illegal possession back to GB. I don't think I've seen that at a Worlds. Ooh. Questionable hand tackles there, but getting away with it. Nope, there it is. Big cause of go, go, go in my left ear from the Australian contingent. Renoff, lovely ball across. Finds Graham. Graham needs help under pressure. Resists the hand tackle. Opportunity now to sink it. Left hand bar, but what an opportunity. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I want to see from the Australians. They've got it in them. And GB will presumably be happy just to sit on this, honestly. So I think, yeah, not really sure how it works if you've got one off for green card in the didn't turn over. That's it, there we are. I was confused, the sin bin timer wasn't actually on the screen, so GB are still down to 4, but there's only 3 on the pitch currently. Conversation needs to be had about who's off and who's on. I think referee Andy Fear-Ross just straightening a few things out with the table. You've got to get these things sorted. I don't think that sin bin time has been running this entire time, so I think they just need to put those things straight in order to continue. I'd love to tell you that the weather is lovely here in Deqing, but unfortunately it is decidedly British. We have not had any rain at all for 4 days in setting this up, and now the second the competition starts, the heavens opened. Okay, so that was confirmation from the referee. The remaining time apparently is... So the sin bin timers are going to run until 3:25, so we're not using them. I think that we've had some technical issues. 3:25 is when that Great British Zone is going to explode with players. Looking like they're actually down to 3 now. Very, very dangerous for... No, definitely up to 4, excuse me. So yeah, up to 4. GB ideally need to hold this. Australia are going to go man-to-man because they can go man-to-man with a keeper. Well held by Boyle. He's managed to get his hands to that without conceding a foul. That is not easy to do. Resists the hand tackle. Long ball over, finds Hammond. Hammond needs to get his hands to this. Just flicked over the back of his boat. Yep. Now, interesting. Okay, the paddle foul has gone the opposite way to where I was thinking, but the referees are much closer than me. Barabel now finding himself under pressure from Hammond, but manages to get the ball away and finds Gates. Big calls again from the Australian supporters. They are not going down without a fight. In goes Gates. Finds Sands. Just in the bottom. Once again, GB are going to try and run this timer right down. 3:25 has come and gone, so GB are back up to 5 now. GB 6, Australia 1. I don't think we're done for goals from this half just yet. I would love to see Australia get another one on the board. Interesting, okay. Illegal holding. Called. Long ball up. Ooh, that was worth a shot. I think the GB supporters to my right have now woken up. Exact words as I say it from in my right ear. Wakey, wakey. Alexic and Boyle just trying to compress that Australian zone on the right-hand side. Oh, pass in. That was tidy and flicked away by Barabel. That is a fantastic save. Time out just while we get things back in the same postcode. Right. Hammond. Into Metcalf, back out to Hammond. Long ball over the top, Searle. Whoa! Banged in. Great Britain 7, Australia 1, and we are going to see, surely we're going to see some spice from the Australians now. Oh, now interesting. I think... unpopular move by Gates there. I think that was a very generous warning from referee Sean Downs there for unsportsmanlike behaviour, but the British supporters to my right, big shouts of yellow, yellow. Oh, Barabel finds himself in trouble. He needs to turn on this, but it's not worked for him. Metcalf is on his own. He just needs to be quicker. Barabel needs to get there and unsteady him. It works! Fair play to Luke Barabel. Absolutely great work. Putting pressure on that and just showing you cannot give up. You have to keep working. Goal line throw for Australia. Oh, goodness me. I think the supporters are getting more into this than anyone else. Lovely long ball over the top, just kept under control. Trying to find that pass in the zone, but it's not worked. Yep, I think fair call of illegal holding. GB now on the break once again. Metcalf's gone, Searle's gone, Boyle's gone. Boyle just needs to slide over the top, finds Searle, and surely finds Metcalf to the left. Interesting, okay. Line ref called that as a goal. I'm not sure it was. I thought that might be just behind the goal but hitting the net. As a general rule, if no one's cheered, you can probably be fairly sure it hasn't gone anywhere meaningful. I think GB setting up for this to be a goal line throw. I think they think it was as well. I think I'd be inclined to agree with them. Referee's just making sure they're both singing from the same hymn sheet. Referee Sean Down just confirming, yes, it will be a goal line throw. GB pushing out man to man. Gates to take. Oh, now it's actually been called back to a play on. It's clearly gone south. I think we're probably going to see a shot straight away here, so the Australians need to cram as many boats in between Jake Searle and the goal as physically possible. I think Barabel just finding himself being pushed out by his own players, it would seem. Boyle with a finisher. Nope. Barabel keeps the Brits at 7. What a game of polo, and to be fair to the referees, they've had to keep that. They've had to work hard to keep that under wraps. So, final score here on pitch 2. Great Britain 7, Australia 1. Great Britain now in a very, very good position to achieve their goal of advancing on. Australia